And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Now I know that most people really like the idea of being a wizard. I mean, that's what Harry Potter has taught us. Everyone wants one of these wands, and if you don't believe that, just stop by Universal Studios, go through Harry Potter World, and you'll see half the people there shaking their wands at various things. This wand, moving it, doing a spell. I mean, every book of magic has different ways, the precise hand motions or whatever, but we all know you got to wave some sort of wand to do a good spell casting, and that's what this game is. It's kind of almost like Pictionary, except you're using a wand to make shapes and other people are guessing those. More details to follow. There are 4 color cards that come with this game: blue, red, green, and purple. And you're going to mix 2 of the decks up to play the game. So here I have green and purple. These big cards are put in a grid like that, and then a smaller decks of green and purple cards are shuffled together and placed here. Each player is going to get their own little spell book here of their color, and one person's going to be the wizard first. That person is going to take the wand. They're going to then draw the top card here from the deck. So let's say they draw this card here. They're then going to make the shape of the spell. So look at all these spells here and try to guess what shape I'm making. Are you ready? And I'm gonna, here we go, ready? That's a little hard, so I'm gonna point it right in the camera and try it. Here we go. Now, everyone's going to try to guess what it is. They're going to point their finger to the one that they think it is, which, by the way, it's that one. And whoever gets it correct gets the card, this card. They'll stick this card underneath their book. So you'll take your book and put the card underneath it. Now, if multiple people point to the same card, whoever's finger is closest to the center of that card is the winner. Once you get the card right, you'll flip the card over. The person who guessed correctly becomes the wizard for the next round. This here says, your beard is wound around your wand. Cast your spell with the tip of your wand on your chin. So they have to do the same thing now, except they have to somehow do it with the wand on their chin. Real pain in the neck, but that's what these spells do. Here's some other things, for example. You've been caught in a strong gust of wind. Cast your spell by walking around the table. You've been turned into a cat. Cast your spell standing on 3 legs. Which I'm assuming means you need to use one of your hands here. You've been turned into an octopus. Cast a spell with your arms folded. Blue ones, you've been turned into a rhinoceros. Cast a spell with your hand holding the wand on your nose. Red ones are even worse. Your hat is trying to escape. Keep your hand on your head to keep it on. And the problem with the red ones is they stay in effect for the remainder of the game. So every time you cast a spell, if you have 2 red ones, you got to do both things. You reek of foul troll smell. Keep holding your nose and have your hand on your head. I don't even know how you do that. And in that case, you have to lose a card if you mess up and don't forget to do one of these things. Anyhow, you're just going to keep playing the game, going around the table, getting these different cards. When there's only 10 big cards left on the table, whoever has the most cards on their book of spells is the winner. The cards themselves are fine. I was a little surprised that they put the same symbols in the corners of all the cards. I would have actually put different symbols in case for colorblind things. The pictures on the back here where they show like magical ghostly artwork, this is really well done. I was pretty impressed with this, and it's kind of like has a silly fun vibe to it on all the different cards here. They just look really good, and the graphic design of the game is good. The card quality is okay, and then of course the wand, which is the main reason people are going to buy the game, and I know this because, you know, it's the one thing you can see through the window here. They want you to buy this game basically getting a wand, so it's a decent wand. It's not as nice as the Harry Potter wands, I guess, but whatever. That's pretty much the components of the game. Now, real quick, to clarify scoring in this game, there are 2 cards given out every time someone guesses something. The small card goes to the person who's the wizard, if someone guesses it correctly. The big card goes to the person who guessed it. and they have to follow that thing next turn, or for the rest of the game, what have you. So there's 2 people scoring, so you want people to guess what you're doing. But there's no imagination in this. But what I mean is, if the spell, like Veterus here, okay? This spell here, I need to go. That's all I'm going to do as the wizard. Now, the imagination comes in as, I'm suddenly 120 years old, cast your spell, bowing down. I'm like, and okay, so that's the point of this game. The point of this game is not to make these shapes, but to do it in a funny way. Now, the one I just showed you there is easy. I'm telling you, making these shapes, they're just like weird squiggly lines, and it's a whole lot harder to figure out what squiggly line someone's making than you think. We guessed wrong all the time. But not that. When you add in this weird stuff, like use your nose or have it on your chin, or I know some people are going to like that, but it gets annoying. And it doesn't get annoying like halfway through the game. It got annoying on the first card. So maybe that's okay with you. You want to sing and dance while you're doing this and other people are watching you. Or, let's pick a random one here. You cast your spell switching from one foot to the other. Well, that's not too hard. Some of them are easier than others. Let's pick a hard one here. Oh, that's not hard either. I keep scratching my shoulder. Okay. I'm a big fan of dorky games. I'm not convinced that this dorky game is one that's worth it for me. It's a one-note thing. Do this while doing something silly that I really just didn't enjoy at all. Some people might, but this game is Abra not this for me. Dice Tower Judgment, silly and not for me.